Being emotionally withdrawn for men, especially African men, is something that's lost on us most of the time. We don't even know that we're doing it when we do it. And I think in George's case, he's gone into his shell because there are certain things that are happening around him that he doesn't feel safe to share, so he climbs up and goes into this place of self-preservation. So, and it's a very relatable thing. So I don't see that there was a big challenge of playing his inner world there, because I've been there a few times as a father and dad, and a father and a husband. It's very common. It's very common because there's quite a bit of pressure for men to provide, and a lot of this, the emphasis on this is really financial, material provision. But there's so much more man is supposed to provide. Supposed to provide security, provide an enabling environment, provide leadership, provide a system for the family to thrive, and that can be a lot of pressure. So when we get into that overdrive where we're doing all of it, we don't remember all of the rest of being sensitive, connecting with the person, with your person. So sometimes that happens, and of course, yes, we need to check it, but a lot of the time we equate what we are doing at that point to be love. What I mean, for the men, I think it's going to send a message of look beyond what's going on with you internally, and sometimes your person is not trying to it's not trying to attack you or hang hang all of the responsibility for what's going wrong in your marriage over your head. They're just suffering on their own end, and they need to be heard. Like, a lot of the time you think that, okay, when your wife says, oh, it looks like things are not working, it sounds outright like an accusation. She's not accusing, she's suffering on her own end, and she's trying to get through to you. So listen, sir. So I'll be honest with you. I don't think that it fully applies when you say there's some road that you need to take. That yes, you have the support of your wife, but in some moments you need to walk alone. You need to shake whatever it is that you've got that's holding you back, and climbing up your dreams and move forward alone, because you are supposed to create a path for the rest of the family to follow. What I wish that women understood about men in relationships is that, you see, when a man is vulnerable with you, especially when he shares something that he would perceive to be shameful with you, and you don't protect it, or it becomes a weapon in your hands, maybe when you're upset, or when you don't understand, and you divulge things that expose him. You won't hear about those things again. He won't tell you about a hurting pimple again. He won't tell you anything. So if a man doesn't feel safe talking to you after he has done it, and then there needs to be a process of recovery where there's forgiveness and it doesn't happen again. I think one silent struggle that men face are not really able to talk about is not having anybody to really talk to. They are making sure everybody's fine, but nobody's really asking them how they are. You know, and if a man does not find a safe circle of either men or another man or a mentor or maybe even his wife to talk to, then what will usually happen is that he will find an escape, and that escape could be anything from alcohol to cigarettes to porn to work. It could be anything. He would just begin to pour himself into something. He would get home, he would get home in the middle of the night and spend another 30 minutes in the car because he feels safe alone.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that George's love for Ginika, he's looking at it as um he's in a position where he doesn't want to expose himself as a failure. There's certain things that are happening around his work. And of course now Ginika is bringing up the things that are wrong with the marriage. He has a libido issue. I think all these things just come from mental stress, and there's so he hasn't been able to decompress and all, and it feels like he's just withdrawn from his wife and he's about to walk away. That's not the case. He's just dealing with stuff that he doesn't maybe need to be cuddled, but he just needs a safe space to speak. Oh yes, many times. And um it tends to happen. Like, it's human nature.
Hmm.
It's this human nature where things get forgotten, taken things get taken like they should be there. But there's always the reminder, and it's both ways. So I've experienced that, my wife has experienced that as well, but we always need to course correct.